let's have some fun, y'all. So here we have a story from Forbes. They did their best to track all of the people who were in Donald Trump's office in Mar-a-Lago that we now know had classified information and top secret information, and some of it sort of just sitting in his desk, you know, not guarded, not secure at all. So I have the list here for you. I have the article here that lays out, here's everybody who we know was in his office. Now, by the way, I don't think this is a complete list, because if they didn't like post about it on Instagram or whatever, then, you know, we don't know everybody who was in there. And the other thing is that you have to worry about, honestly, is who the hell goes to all those Mar-a-Lago parties? Well, we know they're really wealthy. They're really well off because it costs a tremendous amount of money just to be in Mar-a-Lago, right? The initiation is through the roof. And you wonder, are there foreign spies that are in there? And do they have access to this stuff? Have they gotten access to this stuff? Well, we know 48 folders are empty. We know that. We also know that there's been an increase in U.S. spies that have been captured, found out. This is something we reported on the other day to you guys. So let me give you the specifics of at least who we know was in the office, because this is fascinating. So Nigel Farage, Ray J. I love how random that is. Ray J. What's Ray J doing in there? Like, what? And Michael Flynn. Oh, Michael Flynn. Oh, no. The former U.S. general who pleaded guilty to lying to investigators normally wouldn't be allowed anywhere near the United States' most sensitive secrets. But court filings made this week by the Justice Department revealed that the former president stored classified files at Mar-a-Lago, including in his office, and since leaving the White House, Trump has hosted plenty of people there, according to a review of social media posts. He has guests frequently, explained Trump's attorney, Alina Habba, on Fox News on Thursday. That's true. She said it casually, like, yeah, he has guys in his office all the time. And this is at the same time that we're like, okay, there was super sensitive stuff in there that he shouldn't even have. So his own lawyer is like hurting him. Hilarious. All right, so there's Michael Flynn. By the way, this is probably, honestly, the most concerning one that we know of, because this motherfucker is going gonzo. He is up to his eyeballs in QAnon garbage. He's a full-on hardcore conspiracy theorist. And he was one of the main people telling Trump, you got to overturn the rigged election. You got to seize the voting machines. You got to declare martial law. Like, you won this thing. Don't be a bitch. Step up and do it. This was one of the main guys in Trump's ear saying those things. And Trump's lawyers at the time, other White House staffers at the time, had to step in and basically yell at Flynn and argue with him until they were red in the face to say, you're fucking wrong. We've had 60 court cases over this and we've lost. None of what you're saying is true. Present the evidence. Where's the fucking evidence? You have no evidence. You read QAnon message boards, you freak. Okay, give you some more. Trump's guests have included Farage, Ray J, and Flynn, as well as Republican members of Congress, local government officials, current candidates, and conservative operatives. Foreign power players have stopped by too. Ew. In addition to Farage, a one-time member of the European Parliament, one of the most well-connected people in Brazil, came to the office. Eduardo Bolsonaro, a member of the country's National Congress and the son of Brazil's sitting president, posted what he called a recent photo from Mar-a-Lago in October 2021. So there's Bolsonaro's son with Trump. Then we have, that's Nigel Farage right there. Trump admitted another former member of a foreign legislature into his office in November 2021 when he accepted an honorary black belt in Taekwondo. The president of the governing body that bestowed the award, Lee Dong-suk, was a member of South Korea's parliament in 2018. According to the Korea Times, Lee's name does not appear on the assembly's current roster. So this is Trump receiving the Taekwondo thing. That's hilarious. Imagine Trump actually trying to get a black belt in Taekwondo. That'd be the funniest thing I've ever seen in my life. Just his, like, lardy ass throwing, like, kicks that get 4 inches off the ground. As for U.S. lawmakers, Representative Lauren Boebert is one of at least 6 members of Congress to visit Trump in his Mar-a-Lago office. Boebert didn't encounter any classified information during her November 2021 visit, nor did Trump mention that any was in the vicinity, according to a spokesperson for the lawmaker. Investigators have not been in touch with Boebert regarding her visit, the spokesperson said. What else we got here? Republicans Jim Banks of Indiana, Ted Bundy of North Carolina, Mario Diaz-Balart, Lance Gooden, and Greg Steube also shared photos from Trump's office, as did candidates for Congress like Jake Evans, Corey Mills, and Vernon Jones. Their spokespeople did not respond to inquiries. So there he goes. There's some more pictures. State and municipal officials also may have gotten unusually close to U.S. government secrets. Dan Cox, a state delegate in Maryland and the GOP nominee for governor, shared a photo from the office in May. He, too, told Forbes that he didn't see any classified information during his visit and that Trump didn't mention that any might be nearby. Florida State Representative Anthony Sabatini, Mayor Esteban Bovo Jr., and Hialeah, Florida, and New York City councilperson Inna Vernikov also visited. In 2017, former National Security Advisor Michael Flynn pleaded guilty. Right-wing political operative Roger Stone was found guilty of 7 felony counts, including of lying to Congress in 2019. While in office, Trump pardoned Flynn and granted clemency to Stone. Out of office, both men have been in the vicinity of classified information when they separately visited Trump. See, here's another one that you got to worry about here. So Flynn is probably the worst one that we know of that was in the office, but then also you got Roger Stone in that bitch. I mean, this motherfucker is a known con man. I don't put it by Roger Stone at all. First of all, Trump is definitely showing whatever classified information he wants to Roger Stone, and then who knows what the fuck Roger Stone is doing with it. Again, 48 empty folders. How do you explain that? Where did it go? Either he lost it, right? Or he sold it, or it was stolen. Like, right? How else do you explain that? How else do you explain that? Turning Point USA founder Charlie Kirk, who I've debated previously. That was fun. Project Veritas, James O'Keefe, former White House advisor Stephen Miller, Kyle Rittenhouse, commentator Todd Starnes. Todd Starnes was in there? That guy's a total psycho. Type in secular talk Todd Starnes to YouTube and have yourself a field day. The guy's a total fucking psycho and the most obviously closeted, repressed gay person in the world. And Pastor Darrell Scott with Ray J are among the other conservative operatives spotted in Trump's office. I had no idea Ray J was super conservative. Starnes, who was at Mar-a-Lago around November 2021 to interview Trump for a book, was the only member of this group to respond to an inquiry. He told Forbes he was offered a Diet Coke, but he cannot and will not disclose the contents of the interview or the documents the president may or may not have shown to me. Jesus Christ. So here's Charlie Kirk. As you can see, Charlie Kirk is massively tall. When I took a picture with him too, he towered above me. He's like 6'4". Just a fraction shy of 6 feet, and he was like, way above me. So anyway, he's clearly towering over Trump here too, which is kind of crazy. Here's James O'Keefe, who is slowly morphing into like an old Scottish man. Don't know how that's happening. And then here's Trump with Ray J and the pastor guy. I guess that's the connection between Ray J and Trump, is that pastor guy. Anyway, so that's the list that we know of. The most concerning ones there are Michael Flynn and Roger Stone. This was the Boebert one, by the way. I don't think we saw that before. Wearing a Let's Go Brandon thing. Okay. But again, I think the bigger concerns are what the fuck happened to the 48 empty folders? And are there people who are members at Mar-a-Lago who are foreign spies? Which, by the way, if you are, in a foreign government, the first place you'd go if you're a spy and you want to get information is to Mar-a-Lago. Try to get a membership in Mar-a-Lago and see what you can get out of there. Get in close vicinity to the president, see what he's got around him. So there you have it. Look, and now we know, there was reporting just the other night that there indeed is nuclear documents. Nuclear documents are among the documents that the FBI took out. And they say now it's nuclear information about an unnamed foreign government. And they say it's so sensitive that even top U.S. military officials, some of them are kept in the dark about it because it's that sensitive. It's so sensitive, not only does it get kept in a SCIF, which is a secure room for classified documents, it's inside a safe inside the SCIF. And he just had it chilling at Mar-a-Lago. Look, it's looking like it's hard to not charge him. That there will be more questions asked of Merrick Garland and of the FBI and the DOJ if they don't charge him. So we'll see what happens. This is getting wild. Hey, y'all, do me a favor and like and subscribe. It helps out big time in the algorithm. Click the bell as well for notifications when videos drop. And watch that video on screen right now. You know you want to.